Discretion is advised.
Tonight, a worker at a restaurant in Alexandria is accused of refusing service to a uniformed police officer.
Fox 5's Paul Wagner is live with what police are saying about the business and what the business is saying about the incident. Paul, this is outrageous, and people are responding on social media. They are just furious about this. What is going on?
Well, Laura and Sarah, all you have to do is get onto an internet search engine, type in police officer refused service, and you're going to find dozens of stories of this happening all across the United States. And now it happened here in Alexandria, Virginia, at this Noodles & Company right here on Duke Street. Now, according to the police, this is what happened. Just after 6:30 last night, a female officer in full uniform walked in here, wanted to get service. She was waiting in line when suddenly the cook came from out of the kitchen, walked up to the cashier and said something to the effect of, "You're going to have to take me off the line because I'm not serving that." The cashier and the cook then exchanged a few more words, and then the officer decided to de-escalate the situation and just walk out. She then called her supervisor. We talked to the police chief about this today. Here's what he had to say.
Well, your first response as a police officer is anger. There's very difficult times right now in our relations with everyone. And to have one of my officers treated in that manner unnecessarily, your first response is anger. Then you calm down a bit and say, as usual, let's find out what happened. And as we've talked now to our officer and talking to the store management, it seemed to have happened as my officer stated.
Now, the chief was upset enough to come over and visit the Noodles & Company himself. That's the chief walking into this establishment earlier today. A partial statement from Noodles & Company said, "We are working with the appropriate authorities and local police association representatives to get to the bottom of and resolve this matter as quickly as possible. We have made efforts to reach out to the police officer involved but have not yet spoken with her. We will continue to look into the situation and will take the appropriate actions at the conclusion of this review." We also spoke with the police union representative. Here's what he had to say.
It appears that there may be just a couple of bad seeds, and the Noodles & Company business will be handling that internally. Noodles & Company has agreed to post signs on their door that they support Blue Lives. They've been very cooperative with us in this matter, and we hope to continue the cooperation with it, and we hope that the business itself is not judged by the actions of a couple of individuals.
Now, Noodles & Company did put out a full statement. Here is the rest of it. Noodles & Company expects the highest ethical and personal behavior from its team members. We value each of our guests, and we are committed to treating everyone with dignity and respect. We do not tolerate any form of discrimination. So at this point, we are not clear as to exactly what Noodles & Company has done with either this cook and or the cashier at this point. That is still to come. One other point, we're hearing about these stories more and more now, including a story from Columbus, Ohio, just last week, in which an officer went into an establishment, and when he bit into a sandwich, he found glass inside that sandwich and was injured and had to go to the hospital. Live in Alexandria, Paul Wagner, Fox 5 Local News.
Just awful.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, by chance, talking with the chief, are they doing anything to sort of like reach out to the community? You know, I know a lot of other communities around here are, but perhaps what they're doing in the city of Alexandria to try and improve those relations?
Well, the relations here between the police and the community has always been very, very good. The chief did say, though, that they are having challenging times, and with a whole variety of a cross-section of many parts of this community. So as you can see and as you know and as we've reported many times, that the police feel as if they are targets now, that just by wearing the badge they've become a target. It doesn't matter who they are as people. It doesn't matter what the color of their skin is. If they're wearing a badge and blue, they're a target, and they're seeing it, and it's becoming a problem.
Not just here, as you said, but across the country. Obviously, a lot of work needs to be done to try to mend those fences.
A caped crusader in a helicopter.
A police officer turned hooded Teen Titan.
Capes make everything cooler.
And a dangerous villain with his sidekick.
Somewhere hidden in a lair below the city of Austin, evil plans are being hatched.
No, it's not a recipe for a summer blockbuster. It's an event for children who are sick to experience the magic of comic books come to life.
Can't reveal my identity, but it might have a big S on the chest.
APD officer Matt Harmatuck is the mastermind behind Superhero Day at Dell Children's Hospital. For the second annual event, he recruited members of the Austin Police Department and SWAT team to don their costumes and get into character. They'll begin by dropping into the Dell Children's courtyard by helicopter.
We'll have 4 rappel lines set up for the superheroes to come down, say hi to the kids, in their attempts to find the villain.
All the children will be lining the hallways here on 3 different floors of the hospital, looking out the windows, waiting for their superheroes to come save the day. And for the children that can't walk, they'll be pushed out in their hospital beds. That way everyone can get involved.
Just even for a moment, if we can get them to take their minds off of what's going on, it's well worth it.
You get to see Superman and Batgirl, and they're there.
This will be Officer Grace Herbert's first time participating in the event.
This is Raven from Teen Titans.
While most of the other officers' costumes are rented, she's sewn hers by hand.
Knowing that I get to make so many kids happy all at the same time is just the best.
Our heroes in daily life, now also heroes in a child's eye.
Troy facing charges for making terrorist threats against a police officer. WSFA 12 News anchor Valerie Lawson is in the control room now. Val, what do we know about that situation?
Well, John, it all goes back to social media. Troy Police Chief Randall Barr says the man posted some comments after the police shootings in Dallas, calling out several police officers. Now, 20-year-old Javon Pryor is charged with making terrorist threats against a police officer. His bond was set at $50,000, but because of the nature of this charge, the judge suspended it pending a revocation hearing. Pryor is still in the Pike County Jail. In the last 2 years, Pryor has also been charged with assault and attempted murder, so Troy police are not taking his threats lightly. Mobile police made a similar arrest. They say a man there posted pictures of a specific officer telling his followers to, quote, shoot first if that officer pulled them over.
It's a Facebook post that's received more than 1,000 likes.
Yeah, I posted a picture of me in uniform just saying how I love my job, I love what I do.
Spencer officer Chris Tate says the responses mostly positive.
Saying thank you, stay positive.
But a Philadelphia man sent Tate numerous private messages, so vulgar we can't show them.
It was more threatening messages saying that, hey, he wants to see my dead body on the news, like officers in Texas.
The African-American man blaming Officer Tate for not doing more to stop white officers from killing black people.
We are out here doing our job to the best of our ability. We are in the community, helping the community, trying to change people's ideas and what they think and how they feel about law enforcement.
He hopes that will forge a better relationship between civilians and cops.
I just hate that he feels that way.
Now, I reached out to that poster, and he has yet to respond. Both the Spencer and the Philadelphia police departments are working together in this investigation. Reporting live tonight, Patrina Adger, KOCO 5.